The Last of Us versus Enslaved Odyssey to the West. Round 1, controls and gameplay. Now, before you all think I'm doing this as some sort of laugh, and that there is clearly a favourite for this battle, all I'm asking from you is to keep an open mind during these videos, and don't be too sure of yourself in which game you think is the best, or which I am going to think is the best. Now, we're going to do 3 videos. This one today is round 1, and it's all about the controls and the gameplay. The second video will be all about the visuals, the visual style and the graphics, and the third video will be all about the story and the characters. There may be a 4th video describing overall what I think of the game, and will be more of a discussion, and there may even be a 5th game because I haven't actually completed either of these games yet. I'm about 50% through. I am going to complete them both, and then there might be a 5th video saying what I feel now that I've completed both games. So I haven't completed The Last of Us, but I'm going to be discussing that first on the controls and gameplay, so head over to there. Okay, so here we are in the game. This is actually the most recent game that I have purchased, which is a good thing. And I'm going to go running through the controls now. I will get sidetracked a lot of the time, but anyway. If anyone out there has played the Uncharted series, then you'll pretty much know what you're getting into with this. It's made by the same company, it's made by Naughty Dog, and if you want to look into that company, then there is Wikipedia, and you can do that right away. Or wait till this video's over and then go and have a look at them. But they are a great publisher. They started with Crash Bandicoot on the PlayStation 1, and that game could not be any dissimilar to this. It's insane, but that's the mark of a good games developer. Anyway, obviously third person view, as you can see, movement with the left stick, move him around, and change view with the right stick, which is common in most games of this type, and pretty much what you'd expect. Straight off the bat, it feels like Uncharted. It really does. The visuals, everything feels like Uncharted. Fucking hell, that's really difficult to say. But anyway, what I like about this though is that you do feel in control of where you're putting the character. And I know that sounds a little bit soppy and a little bit stupid, but it does feel like you are in control, and that is a good thing. It's quite a slow control. He doesn't really move like you expect a video game character to do. He moves like a human being, which I really like. Each movement feels pronounced, and it feels purposeful. If you make a mistake in this, it is definitely your fault, and there is a bit of an element of awkwardness to it, but it's the human element, and it does immerse you into the game, I have to admit. When enemies show up, if it's a straightforward gunfight, you're pretty much fucked, to be fair. You do have to sneak, and you can pretty much tell when there's going to be a gunfight because the area will have lots of boxes littered around, and it would have spent time before that regaining all your bullets and that, because you are very limited on ammo. Let's have a look at some of the weapons. See, I've got one for that gun. I've got 5 arrows for the bow. Whatever stuff have I got? And I've got a few more things. So I've got 6 bullets for the shotgun, 6 bullets for the rifle. Oh no, that's the rifle, that's the shotgun. Is that the rifle? That's the shotgun, right? So, and then we've also got another pistol at the moment. We've got that, so it's probably best to have that out, because it's got the most bullets. Okay, so, there we go. What else are we looking at? Oh yes, so when I was talking about sneaking, wasn't I? So yes, you've got boxes and things, you have to sneak past the enemy. But what you have got in your arsenal is a sonar. Literally, it's like being a bat. So you press, which button is it? It's that one, R2, and there's your sonar. So you can see Ellie out the front there. It also brings up enemies, and I don't like it. It doesn't work for me. This game is very realistic. It's set in the real world. It's set in Washington, I think. Is it Washington? Fuck knows. Excuse me. Anyway, I think it's Washington. And this sonar thing, it takes you out of the world. This is like supernatural thing. This isn't something that you expect in this game, because everything else is so real. Apart from obviously there's zombies, but we'll get to that when we get to the story, which will be in the 3rd video. But I don't like it. Now, there's also a crafting mechanic in this. You press select and it brings up the crafting screen, and it seems that every game at the minute has crafting in it. It seems to be the zeitgeist for the minute, whereas it was QuickTime events. Now it seems to be fucking crafting everything, collecting stuff for fucking making your own stuff. Anyway, so I've got everything. I can't make any more. You can only hold 3. You can hold 3 shivs, which is used to quick kill things in your face. Obviously medkits, which is called a health kit, but it's a medkit. It's always a medkit. Molotov cocktails, bombs and stuff. And you've got all the ingredients down the right there, and I've obviously got full of everything. It's very easy to find all the ingredients for whatever, a bomb or a medkit. They're littered everywhere, so you should never run out. And what I always try and do is keep 3 in the inventory at all times. And as you can see, I'm 50% through the game, and I'm pretty much sorted for stuff. Bullets, on the other hand, I'm really starting to struggle. And you can get them off dead enemies, obviously, but they're not everywhere. But I'm sure when I need them, you do get like a job lot come through. The other thing that you can do is upgrade your weapons. So if we have a look here, is it here? No, you have to find a crafting table. I've only seen 2. So if I am 50% way through this game, I've only seen 2. And I have not collected enough points to do fuck all. Basically, there's scrap hidden throughout the world. And when I go into a new environment, what I tend to do is kill all the enemies, come out of there, or go to the exit, but then not go through it, come back, look through every room, collect as much as I can. And I'm sure I have not missed much. But there's not a lot out there. I sort of like that. I sort of like the fact that it is a scavenge, but if I'm 50% way through the game, I should be 50% way through upgrading everything, but I'm probably 5%. Whether that's my choices, I don't know. Whether it's the game telling me, I'm sorry, you can't be overpowered, which is probably a good thing. Anyway, when choosing a weapon, I showed you briefly before, but it just feels a bit too clunky. So when you're choosing between types of weapons, so you click the left on the D-pad, hold the X button, goes into his bag, then you press up and down, or up or down rather, so we'll go to the bow, let go of the X, and he'll bring out the bow. That's great. I like the fact that he goes into the bag, looks for the weapon, and brings it out. It's a pain in the ass. If you're in a gunfight, you're pretty much fucked. You cannot change the weapon. You're going to have to run away, find a quiet spot, then do it. It's the same when applying a medkit. You need to be in a quiet spot, or somebody will just keep fucking beating you in. So I like it. I like that the game doesn't pause either. When you press select, the game isn't paused, it's still going. So you're doing all this stuff, you have to make sure you're in a quiet place. I like it, but again, it's not very much of a game thing, but this is trying to be a real world sort of experience. Anyway, so so that's the weapon thing. And it feels like putting a combo into in like a fighting game. What I would really prefer is if you could just press left, press it twice, and you get to the desired weapon, rather than having to press the D-pad, holding the X, moving the D-pad up or down, letting go of X. It's like, oh god. I don't mind that I have to wait. I would just rather have to press maybe 1 button, not have to press 3 buttons, and then let a button go, and move the D-pad in like 5 different directions just to pick another fucking weapon. It's a bit of a pain in the arse. Also, the other controls, the L and the R buttons. Now we've got L1, this is PlayStation 3. We've got L1, L2, R1, R2. Now for this, you would expect L2 would bring up the firing reticle, but no, it does nothing. I don't know why I'm crouched still. L2 literally does nothing. Does it let you run? Yes, L2 lets you run. And R2 lets you do that sonar thing, which is a bit okay. Now, normally in games like this, L2 brings up your aiming reticle, R2 fires. But no, in this, R1 brings up your aiming reticle, and R2 fires. I'll just shoot this sign. See if it's real world physics. Yes, it is. I've wasted a bullet. I'm very sorry. Let's reload that. Oh no, reload as well. Pardon me. If you want to reload and you've got your gun out, you can't. You have to let go of the L, press R, and then he will reload. You can't do it mid-firefight. You can't keep your reticule on an enemy and reload at the same time. I just think the buttons should be switched. I think L2 and R2 should be for the weapon, and R1 and R2 should be for the run and the sonar, respectively. But instead it's switched. So I'm often find that I'm not pressing the shoot button, I'm pressing the fucking sonar button, which is a bit of a shit. But I know games like to be different and change it around and have every game has a slightly different button layout. But In this game, I can't tell you the amount of times that I've pressed the wrong button and I've lost health. I haven't died, but I have lost health because I've just forgotten where the fuck I am. And in this game, there is death around every bloody corner. But should that be the cause of... But that should be... Oh, no. Should that be because of poor planning or overwhelming odds? Not because I slipped and pressed the wrong button. So, I don't really like that. Other than that, that's really all there is to it in terms of gameplay. So it does make you feel like you're in a real world environment. I do like that. I do like that. This bit here is quite fun. There's loads of enemies in this bit of the game, and I am enjoying it. So here is a chest, for example. You press the triangle button, anything in there, and look, there's loads of stuff. There's bullets, so that's now full. That's all full, so I can't pick any more of that stuff up. Which is great. That's just great. But anyway, there's your lovely L, whatever her name is. Anyway, so yeah, that's The Last of Us. I hope I've been sort of explained. We'll now move over to Enslaved Odyssey to the West. Well, this is Enslaved this is Enslaved Odyssey to the West. And as you can see, it looks absolutely beautiful. It is an absolutely stunning game. It looks very similar to The Last of Us, and this is why I'm doing this video. Whilst playing The Last of Us, which is my most recent game and the most recent game that I'm trying to play, it just reminded me of this. We'll get to that in the story and in the characters and that, and in the next video when we do the visual style, and you'll notice how similar these two games are. I don't think the controls really sell it justice on which game is the best, but anyway, let's talk about the controls. That's what we're here for. So in this game they feel a bit more on the rails. What I mean by that is you can't really go wrong in it. It feels like you're being forced along a path, sort of thing. No, that's not fair. Say you're jumping from, let's say, this box up here to that box there. Like, ta-da! No, you can't do it. Damn! But anyway, so let's say you're going from, let's say, where the fuck am I, to be fair? I'm going up here, alright, so jump up there. Let's say, I'm going to keep saying let's say. Okay, so going from there to there, right? So you press jump, you can't fail, honestly. I'm going to try and fail now. You can't jump off, you can only go where the game will let you. Which is fine, but, you know, there's no skill, You can't kill yourself accidentally, look. Honestly, I could press any direction and I can't kill myself. It goes there. That's just how it is. At the very start of this game, there is a falling airship, and you're trying to traverse it and get to an escape pod, basically. And bits of the plane are falling off, and you do have a time limit as such. I think you don't get long, but as long as you can press the X button, you're going to make it. And I think every gamer can press the X button. You literally hold a direction and press X. There's no challenge to it. It could be impossible if you had to do it yourself. I mean, if you had to get the directions spot on, it would be nearly impossible to do that bit of the game. But it would be more challenging. It would be more immersive. You definitely feel like you were this guy, but I guess they couldn't do it. And to be honest, the set pieces in this game are absolutely fantastic. That one at the start absolutely throws you in like a beast. If you haven't played it or want to see a video of it, seriously, check out the opening to this game. It is phenomenal, and there's so many good things in this game. Right now, where I am in this game is about 5% into it. I have played it before. I played it probably when it first came out, which is probably 2 or 3 years ago, maybe more than that. I don't know. I can't remember. Hang on, let me look at where's the box? Where's the box? The Enslaved. I'm getting the games mixed up. Enslaved 2010. So 4 years. Shit, that's quite a lot. So yeah, I haven't played it since then, and I got near to the end of it. Maybe not quite as far as I think. I think there's probably more game than I realised left. But I got pretty far into it, and when I was playing The Last of Us, I just thought it reminded me so much of this, and I thought I have to get back into it. So anyway, yeah. So what I do like about the controls being so simple, though, is that if something does turn up and you think, oh my god, that's massive, you know that you can do it. You know that you can do it. The game is so powered towards you having the power to do it, and when something like that turns up, you know that you're going to be able to kick its ass. It's fantastic. It really is a great fucking game. I absolutely adore it. Anyway, let's go over the controls. Movement, obviously, this is the left analog stick, moving you around. He's quite a fast character. He's cool. He's called Monkey. Where am I going? Jesus Christ, go the right way, man. This is the right analog stick, which lets you control where you're looking. There's no like guns and stuff. That you can fire like a pulse from your staff. So let's get the staff out if we can. There we go. That's your main weapon. You press square to swing, and then you've got like a critical hit with the triangle, which is pretty cool. You can dodge with the X, and then you have like a blast. So you can use like an electronic blast because there's no like humans in this. It's like mechs and stuff. So if you hold down the R, you get that, and then fire it obviously with R2. Sorry, you held down L1 to bring up the aiming reticle, and then fire with R2. So oh shit, I've used my last thing. That was stupid. Anywho, so yeah. Compared to The Last of Us, the controls are great. You feel like the buttons are in the right place and you know what you're bloody doing. Square is hit. That is a thing that happens in a lot of games. The Lego games, square is hit. You want to hit somebody, you press square. You want to do a different attack, it's triangle. And wowza wowza, it just works. And I like it. Let's get over there. So yes, so that's basically the controls. Now, we have to choose a winner for this round. It's difficult. It's difficult. The Last of Us, it's way more immersive. The controls make you feel like you're in a savage land, and that everything that you do is critical. In this, you feel like you can pretty much tackle any situation and not have to worry about it. Oh look, a tanker full of petrol. We'll probably have to blow that up. Not the best thing to do when we're stood by it, but obviously from far away it's a great idea. Now, why am I talking about that? So, yes, so... As much as I love this game, and I am going to play this game right now after I've done this video, because I just have to play it at the minute, I just really want to. After playing The Last of Us, it's made me want to play this. That makes no sense, because The Last of Us is a critically acclaimed game that everyone talks about and everyone rants on about, say, oh, you haven't played it, you've got to play it. And I play it, and I want to play this instead, which is not a good sign of things to come, but we will get to other parts of both these games in due course. So for now, I've got to choose a winner. I've been deliberating and whatever it's called. Right, I have to go with... The winner is The Last of Us. Yes, as much as I prefer this game because it just feels like I'm a badass, The Last of Us, the way it brings you in and makes you feel like you're pretty much fucked for the entire game, I have to hand it to them. I don't like the controls as much, but I do like the way that it makes you interact with the world. You've got to be so careful with everything you do, and that's a design choice. They've purposely made you feel weak and like you haven't got a hope. So I like that. So winner of round 1, The Last of Us. Next time on this show, we are going into, of course, graphics, visuals, and visual style. Now, which one will win that? That is actually going to be tighter than you think. So thank you for watching this video. Please tune in next time, and goodbye. If you are watching this on www.dailymotion.com/GamerFuel, then you are a lovely person. If, however, you are watching this on YouTube, you are equally lovely, but I would love you even more if you went over to Dailymotion and watched it there. Thank you very much. Oh, God, I'm tired of it. Oh, no, end of the video. Bye!